Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Dale Shed Talks. I had a friend come to me yesterday, and he wanted to know, because I was explaining to him how I hear God, but I didn't give him the how. And so I want to share the how with you today. One thing is, a good analogy is if you had a boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife that was away a distance from you, and you couldn't talk to them, and maybe prison, maybe jail, who knows? I'm making some shelves this morning. But how would I talk to them? You got to write, so you got to do it through a letter. Maybe a letter is the only way you can reach that person. So this is where in my life, back in the 90s, I started journaling. And when I journal, you get quiet. When you're writing that love letter to that person, you're quiet. And what are you doing? You're thinking just about them. So I taught the men in my ministry in the early 2000s that I would teach them how to journal. And journaling, you just get quiet, you listen, you ask questions, and when you get a journal out, you start to say good morning, whatever you want to say to God or the Spirit, and you say, okay, I'm going through this right now. How do I get out of it? Or what's going on? Do you love me? I just ask the question. And the very first thing you hear, the majority, bounce it off somebody else if you want, that knows what they're doing, but the majority, we're talking 98% of the time, it's the first thing you hear is his voice. And do you know why? Do you think he's off there in another land? No, he lives in you. Okay? The Spirit lives in you. And that's how you can hear. He is closer. The Bible says what? You're closer than a brother, right? He lives in. He'll never leave you nor forsake you. It doesn't mean he's out here hanging around you, trying to talk to you. No, he's in you, trying to talk to you. In you, helping you with who you are. In you, with knowing you're a son or daughter. He's in you. In you. And he'll never leave you nor forsake you. Listen, here's a big one for you evangelical Christians out there, that he has always been in you. What? Colossians says that he has always been in you. Colossians 17, 20, and 21. He has always been inside you. He holds you together. So if he's not inside you, you have to invite him in or something like that. You're that's the Antichrist. What? That's the devil? Yeah. We call the devil, call the Antichrist. What it is it's a way of thinking. It's that you have to earn, or you have to pull in, or you have to do something, raise your hand in church, say the magic words, or whatever it may be, to invite Jesus into my heart. No! The Spirit has always been there. I know you guys are kind of cringing in your seats right now. I understand. But he has always been there. He holds you together like glue. He has always been talking to you. My wife says that when she was a little girl, she would sit on the side of this fence, and she would talk to the wind and talk to God and she would say, hey, the wind would be blowing the grass. She had on this middle of this field. And she's from Georgia, by the way, for you Bulldog fans. And the grass would sway, and she'd go, hey, can you move it the other way for me? And then the grass would go the other way. She's been talking to God since she was tiny, and so like 4 years old. So the point is children, come to me as children, right? To know that God is always with you. He is never going to leave you. There's nothing you can do to make him mad. He is totally in love with you, and he's not going to stop. I've been studying addiction for a long time, and there was a story I read about this guy who had a bad sexual addiction. And he would go to places. I don't know, it doesn't say in the book where he was going, but as he was walking into this place, just before he walked in, the Spirit said to him, he says, I love you, I adore you, you're an amazing man, you're an amazing father, and you're an amazing husband. And I will always love you. And so the guy ignored it. And he decided to go in anyway. So he went in to this establishment, And he came back out feeling shameful and guilty and feeling like crap. And you know what the Spirit said to him again? What do you think? Oh, you're a naughty boy. You shouldn't be doing this stuff. What's your wife going to think? Nope. He said, I love you. I adore you. You're a wonderful husband. You're a wonderful father. And you're a great man. You see, what sin does, or mistakes, or whatever you want to call it, what it does to you, is it steals your identity from you. You don't have a sin problem. You have an identity problem. You don't know who you are. You don't know that you're awesome. You don't know that you're wonderful. You don't know the half of what God thinks of you. Neither do I, so don't think I do. But it's amazing. If you study the right way, with the right heart and the right eyes, your life will dramatically change. Sin is nothing to God. But he doesn't want you to do it because it's hurting you. It doesn't hurt his feelings that you did this or did that. Not at all. But he's upset. Maybe call it upset. No, I don't need to call it upset. Never mind. But he is concerned that you will never live the life you want to live because that issue you have, whatever it may be, is keeping you stuck in shame. So when you stay in shame, it's the lowest you can ever be in your life. And shame steals your identity. Yeah. See, we make a mistake. Okay, we feel a little guilty. We need to get over it. We need to go talk to our person, our friend, or whatever, and just tell them about, hey, this is what I did. And when you do that, it makes you feel better. You can confess to God all you want all day, but he already knows. He already knows. But if you take that, okay, you did something wrong. Forgive yourself, move on, and live life. And as you do that, and don't hold on to it, then it doesn't turn into shame. Shame is actually the identity of who you are. What I mean by that is this. Shame attacks our identity. Shame is saying, okay, you're not what you think you are, but you're one of these now. You're terrible. You're horrible. You're a horrible person. You're this. You're a sinner. Hello? That's what religion tells us. We're sinners. But if you stay thinking like that, you will always stay that way. If you change your thinking and loving yourself and accepting yourself the way you are, you slowly go back to being, quote unquote, sinless. Because it's even more of a teaching, another one. But listen, forgive yourself, love yourself, and move on. God's not mad at you. He is madly in love with you. And that's all he wants from you, is to know that today. Love you guys. Have a great day. 8 minutes. I did good. I beat my 10. So God bless you guys. And hey, I'm on your side. Follow me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, FreedomTube 63, FreedomTube 63, and also Dale Hendry on YouTube, but also on Instagram is FreedomTube 63 or FreedomTube, and then it's just FreedomTube. It's not freedom just from drugs and alcohol. It's freedom from anger. It's freedom from self-hatred. It's freedom from whatever you want to be free of. Whatever you think you're caught up in, this teaching will set you free forever like it has me. And that's why I stay happy, because I know that I'm free. Hey, love you guys. Have a great day. And don't forget, I love you.